A member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee is Senator Pete Ricketts, and he joins me now. Mr. Senator, Trump says the U.S. would strike again if Iran tries to rebuild their nuclear program. Would you support that?
It is absolutely clear that we cannot allow Iran to have an enrichment program or a nuclear weapon. And what we hope to do through diplomatic and economic pressure is convince them that they need to give that up. But if they do not do that, then the president has to keep all options on the table to be able to make sure Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. They chant death to America, death to Israel. They threaten to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. This cannot be allowed to happen. So I think the president took the right step a few days ago, and if he has to take it again, he has to take it again.
Fair enough. Let's move on to another subject. Politico reports that multiple Republican senators have told leader John Thune that they are not ready to take up the big, beautiful bill. Here's my question, Mr. Senator. Are Republicans really ready to say no to this president after his success at NATO and the ceasefire deal? Will you really just turn him down?
Well, I got to tell you, I am very supportive of what the president is trying to accomplish with this bill and what our leadership is trying to accomplish. So it's a work in progress right now. It's a negotiation, and I look forward to seeing where we end up on this. But the policies we're putting in place here to make sure these tax cuts stay permanent, that we don't hit the American people with a $4 trillion tax cut, which I believe would put us into a deep recession. This is no, we can't fail at this. We got to get this thing done. But
patience is running thin here. I mean, every day I interview people in Congress and I say, we're going to get it done, we're going to get it done. And the answer is always the same. Oh, yes, we must get it done. We must get it done because we don't want a big tax increase. You know, it's getting close to the deadline, and patience is running out. And I think it'll run out with President Trump, too.
Well, I think the president was very smart by saying a deadline. He knows Washington well enough that nothing around here happens without a deadline. And so that's what's really concentrating folks' attention right now, is trying to get to 51 votes in the Senate so that we can send this back over to the House. And then, of course, the House will have to vote on it as well. So we've got some work to do here, but it's a negotiation. Stuart, you know that negotiations sometimes seem tough, and all of a sudden it all comes together and you get something done, and then you get it moved on, and we'll get a vote done.
And you're confident that that will happen? Something gets done, and all of a sudden the skies are clear, and it happens. You think?
Well, sometimes that's how negotiations work, Stu. So, again, this is a negotiation. We're working to try and get to 51 votes. That's what leadership is all about. And let me tell you, I can tell you there is a broad consensus that we cannot allow a $4 trillion tax increase to hit the American people.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that and run with it. Senator Ricketts, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Come and see us again soon. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you very much.
Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno believes President Trump should win the Nobel